Inspire Paper Designs. Today I'm going to do a tutorial on how to upload the prayer Rolodex cards into Cricut Design Space for print and cut purposes. Okay, I have another video out that explains what the Rolodex is, what the prayer Rolodex is, and basically there are index cards that you put in sequence for setting up your prayer Rolodex, and then there are series cards, and these are extras just to help you focus in on your prayer. I'm going to show you how to upload these and set it up for a cut. You can also, you can also personalize these. All right, there is a way to do that right in Design Space. I have given you a page file for each of these, for the weeks and for the months, okay, where the heading is blank, okay, and I did that so that you could personalize other sections that you want to have in your prayer Rolodex, okay. So I'll be working with those today, because that way I can show you how to upload, how to size it properly to fit the Rolodex, how to personalize it, and then go ahead and proceed with print and cut, okay? So I'm going to lay these aside, both of them. If you want to watch this video, it'll show you basically, I kind of run through everything that I have in my shop regarding the prayer Rolodex. I do not sell the Rolodex itself. If you want to purchase a Rolodex, you would do so on Amazon from your country, or perhaps like a business stationery store that you have in your area would carry them. This is a regular Rolodex size. The ones that I've seen on Amazon, there's been only two sizes I've seen. It's a regular and there's a mini one. So this is the regular size, okay? Just to let you know that. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of these so that we can get started here. Okay, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna open your Design Space and get a new project going, and you just want a blank canvas, okay? Once you're to that point, I've got a few extra things on here, and that's on purpose to just keep my mind on track of everything that I need to tell you today. But otherwise your canvas should be blank, okay? You should have purchased the Rolodex index cards and whatever else you have purchased concerning the Rolodex from my shop, and have downloaded them to your computer and saved them somewhere. And so then you're going to be accessing those now, okay? So what I am working with, like I told you, is in the index series, I have a blanks month thing. Oh, not a month thing, but the major divisions. Okay, let me just, if I can just talk. I've already got it loaded here for myself, but for purposes of showing you, I'm gonna explain that to you. These are your major divisions. Okay, if I were to, let me just explain it now. Maybe this one and that one, both, and add them to the canvas. Okay, all right. No, that's not. Okay, this one here is your major divisions. Okay, these are for your major sections. And then this set here is for your divisions within the larger section, okay? All right, so for example, if your section was named family, okay, and this isn't the right one because this has got weeks on it, but I'll show you in a minute. I'm going to upload one that has nothing on the top tab here, okay? And that's where you would, like, so say you're under family, you want to put every person that you pray for and you want their name on them. I'll show you how to do that, okay? All right, so I'm just going to get rid of these because we're not actually referring to these right now. Okay, so back to the upload. We're going to upload an image. You're going to drag your file here or browse, however you like to do it. I personally like to drag them. Okay, here we go. All right, so here's the blanks. Okay, for the mini, like the smaller sections. Okay, so we're going to say continue. You've purchased JPEG files from me, so which means they are going to have a white background, not transparent. We need to change this white background to transparency, so we are on here to remove the background. Okay, so we're going to select that guy, come over, and right in here you're just going to click, and when you do, the whole background should go transparent for you. Okay, you want to apply and continue down here at the bottom right. You want to select flat graphic because this allows us to do the print and cut project. We're going to say continue down at the bottom right, and you're going to put what this is. And so I'm going to say Rolodex weeks, index cards 03. Instead of that, I'm going to say blanks. These are my blanks. And if you have, if you categorize your, however you set up your file system within Cricut will determine how you save these. Okay, so once I've done that, I've clicked the upload. I'm just waiting. Sometimes it takes a little bit for, here we go. Now we're kicking in. Okay, we are done. We got that guy on the screen. Okay, there are two different ones that I wanted, so I'm going to just grab this and size it down. You don't want to distort the shape of this thing, so always grab it from the corner and size it down. Don't attempt to grab it from here or any of the in the middle spots, because you'll distort the shape of the card. Okay, and it's going to be imperative that we have these right before we go ahead with a print and cut. Okay, so we have more than one though. We have another one we're uploading. Okay, so go back to uploads, and now this time you want to upload the major one for, okay, here it is. I think this must be my blanks here. Let's have a look at it. Yep, that's the one. This is the blanks for your major sections. Okay. All right. This one's got a little bit of writing on it. It's coming in as a JPEG. That's what I've sold you. And so here we go. Same process. We are removing the background. You can click that and see what it does. Okay, background is gone. It took out the writing too. Okay, if you went with the manual, you would have had to click in the center to do it, and then you would have had to erase all the writing. I could revert back and show you that. So, but this automatic one did a fabulous job. We're happy with that. We're going to apply and continue. We're going to select we want it imported or uploaded there as a flat graphic for print and cut. Continue down at by clicking down at the bottom right. Okay, and then this is going to be index cards. I'm just going to go index weeks blanks. Okay. That's what we'll call it. And I will put it under general. And then down here to the bottom right to upload again. Okay. We'll work with these one at a time, but I'm going to get them both to the canvas now. Okay. All right. So again, it's oversized from what we're actually going to need. So I'm going to grab it from the corner and I'm going to shrink it down. Okay. I'm going to work with this guy first. I'm going to just set this guy aside. Okay. We're going to work with these guys. Okay. The actual size on the Rolodex for these cards so that they fit in the Rolodex properly is 4 inches wide by 2.75 inches high. Okay. All right. And here I've got for you, when you're working in Design Space, they allow you a maximum print and cut size, and it's 9.25 inches by 6.75 inches. Okay. What we need to do is we need to get this guy over here, and we need to size him up. You can see what I'm doing here. Okay. What I've done, I'm going to send it to the back, bring this guy out front. Okay, if you can see, I've got him set at the same width, the 4-inch width. Okay. Now, you'll notice that this one is a little shorter than that guy, and that's perfectly okay. I've allotted for extra room so that as you rotate your Rolodex and the cards that are rolling on the bottom side, they're rolling down there, that they're not touching the table. Okay. And even with this height set right here, like I have, there's still like a at least a ½ inch, maybe even 3/4 of an inch from the distance of that thing to the table. So there's no problem with that. And this 4-inch width here allows them to fit very comfortably within the Rolodex. It's not binding on the sides. It's not catching. They move freely. Okay. So this is how you do that. Basically, you're going to take yourself, how you would do this for you is you would take a shape over here like this. And I'm going to switch it to lighter gray because it's just easier to work with. Okay. And I would open that up and I would size it according to this size. Okay. So we want 4 inches wide by 2.75 inches high. Okay, we're going to lock that. And now you have identical to what I have here. Okay, and that allows you to make sure that you're sizing your cards correctly. Okay, and if you notice when I pull that off and I bring this over here, I'm going to move it to the front now. Okay, that it fits well within our boundary of the print and cut size. So this is formally ready to do that. Okay, I'm going to move that one to the side temporarily, and we're going to talk about this one. It's the same thing. To make it easier to work with, I'm just going to rotate it 90 degrees. Good. And this is my weekly index card size. Okay. Now, you're going to notice, and this is perfectly okay. The size, you can see I'm looking down here and I'm watching those two. Okay, so what you can see is a pretty good sizing right there. It does not have to be perfectly in line. Okay, there I have left you room on the Rolodex. There's wiggle room for slightly bigger. So as long as you're just very close to it, okay, we can bring that to the front so you can have a look. There we go. If I look at it, I'm very close. Okay, so I know I've got the size now. Okay, all right. But look at this. No matter which way I do this thing, whether I rotate it, it will not fit in that area. And this is the size that the card needs to be. So what do? Okay, so the next thing that I'm just gonna move that to the side. I have to bring on a shape. Okay, I'm gonna slice this. I think I can get, let me see. Can I get, I can get one section, like one set of 4 on there is what I can get. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice this in half. Okay. And how I do that is I click off of there, click my shape, come to the side of it, pull it across so I'm completely covering, and come down so that you are covering those 4 cards. Okay. You come just above the 2 of them. You are left clicking and holding and pulling down to select both. You are going to right click and you are going to say slice. Okay, so you're going to delete that section. You're going to take that section, see, and you're going to delete that section. Okay, so now you have 2 sections that are ready for print and cut. Okay, so that's how you do those. And basically for the series, let me see. For the series card size, the procedure is exactly the same. Okay, so let's have a look at, okay, I want to go to, I'm just going to go to the Promise series. I'm going to grab one of them. Okay, so we're going to upload one from the series. Okay, so I'm selecting from the Promise series. I'm going to drag the file here. Okay, it's a JPEG. Continue. I believe it's a JPEG. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll do this one differently. Again, like last time, I just removed the background, removed the whole thing beautifully. If that didn't work for you, you would click select. You go to the center where it's white and you would click and it would get rid of all that white area so that the whole background was transparent. You don't want that writing. So you go to erase, go to the maximum size of your eraser and come along and just erase that out of there. Okay, go down to the bottom right, click apply and continue. You want to save it as a flat graphic for print and cut. Okay, we are going to continue down by clicking the bottom right again. You are going to say promises 1. Okay, I'm happy with that. It's the promises series. Boom. Okay, click that and down at the bottom right, click upload. Takes a while. Here it comes. All right, there it is. So we got a lot of stuff on here now. Okay, so I'm dragging from the corner again. I'm careful about that. Okay, we have the series card size. Okay, so this, if you look at the series card size, is a little smaller than the weekly and the monthly, and that's on purpose. Okay, because it's like files within files within files, right? And we knew that the monthly one actually sticks up at the top higher than the weekly. So you get a nice blend of sizes. Okay, so same thing. We bring this guy down and we haven't changed the size of him. Okay, and we're going to grab this guy and we're going to size him up. As you can see, we're already going to be wider than our print then cut area. And if I flip it the other way, like if I rotated it, it won't work either. I'll show you. See, too wide. Okay, so what do we do with this one? These are so small. And if you look at the way the files are done, I've got a lot of blank space in between this group of two, this group, and this group of two. There's a space, okay? We're going to get rid of that space and we're going to tighten them up, okay? So we do shapes again. Come in with that guy. All right. And I'm going to just move it down here and I am going to duplicate it because I'll have to do it twice, okay? We're going to drag it over, drag it across the top of it. So it's extending beyond the margins of the card. We are going to, and I guess I could do this guy, watch. I'll just delete that one. Take that guy and I will duplicate him with Control D. Okay. All right, you're going to left click and hold, drag across both, right click, slice. Okay. You're going to delete that. We want that one, but we're going to get rid of the back. Delete. Okay. All right. So we've got this guy ready to go. We're going to just pop him up in there. Now we're going to take this guy and we're going to do the same thing right over top of that card completely, those two cards. And we're going to left click and hold, drag across both images, right click, slice. Okay. And we're going to delete and delete. Okay, so then we want, see what's going on here? Whoops. We do want to leave a bit of a gap. Okay, we're tight, but I think I've got room to move. I'm just using, take this area and then use your arrow cursor on your keyboard, your arrow key, and just pick it up and move it. You still want a bit of a gap. And I'm just bringing them in so that they fit into that area. You don't want your lines so close that when the cutting takes place that it's going to interfere with both. Although if you could move it tight and just do one cut, that would be good too. However you want to chance doing that. So if I take this guy, and now if I move, I'm going to move the card, the maximum shape size out from underneath. I'm going to grab all three by left clicking and holding right across them. And I'm going to say attach them. Okay. Now over at the right, my attachment is not screaming at me with a red asterisk. The red asterisk would mean that I have exceeded the maximum print then cut size. I have not. So this is good. So basically they're attached now. Okay, I can re-examine that to make sure I'm happy with the size. It looks pretty good. Okay, I'm happy with that. Allows me to cut all 6 of them on. So you're actually, what I'm trying to help you do here is maximize the use of your paper rather than having a whole bunch of waste. Okay, so is ready for print then cut. Okay, so I'm going to move him down to the side out of the way. All right, because I want to now come back and talk to you about these guys again. Okay. I have under the major sections, major sections, there's one that's called family. Okay, for example. So that's the one I'm going to pick on. Okay. What I want to do is I want to individualize these so that I can really personalize this. I can have a separate card for, like for me, for each of my grandchildren. Okay. So I could go ahead, each of my children, each of my grandchildren, I can go ahead and I can personalize these blanks. Okay. This is a place where you can put their name in, you can bring a picture in, you can, to personalize it. I've had a lady that was wanting to do pictures of each of the children on, of the grandchildren on these prayer cards. This is the way you would do this. Okay, so you can put their name. So I'm going to bring these down. Okay, and I'm going to ungroup them. I did these ahead. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to do a text. You're going to do a text box for their name. So you're going to click on the text. It brings up the box. I'm just going to move it out of the way. Okay. All right. Now you're going to put their name in there. All right. Charlie. Okay. I don't want it black, so I'm going to change it to brown. You can choose the color that you want it to be. Okay. You can also choose the type of font. So let's go ahead and size it down. I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to put it in there. See that? Okay. Now I might go a little smaller. And if it's getting hard to move with your mouse, okay, just want them a little, there we go. I'm going to use my, because I'm clicked on it, I can use my arrow key on my keyboard to move it where I want it. Okay. So once I've got one in, all right, and I'm, okay. If I choose print and cut, I get a nicer color. There we go. All right, now I'm going to take that guy and I'm going to duplicate him. So Control D. Okay, pick him up. I'm going to move him to over here. I'm going to put in the next. Okay, Ivana. Okay, there it is. There's that one. I'm happy with that. Okay, then you're going to Control D again, or if you don't have that function on your keyboard, you would click on this guy, you would right click and you would say dupe, and there's the Control D, but you just duplicate, right? Okay, so again, he comes down here. I'm going to put it there. I can move it if I need to, and I'm going to say Wesley. Okay, I'm going to move it up just a tad. Okay, there's the art in this too, so another Control D and bring him down. Okay, and double click Titus. Okay, and then click off. Pretty good. Okay, so I've got two that I have personalized. Okay, now this next step is crucial because if you do not do this step, it will perceive each of these as a cut and will proceed to not only cut around your shape, but it will proceed to cut the name out. Okay, you do not want that. So you want to left click, come and drag over. Make sure you're covering all the names and the file and the attachment itself. and you want to go down here and you say flatten, okay? All right, and you want to do the same thing over here. You're going to left click, drag, come up and cover each name, okay? And you're going to right click and flatten, okay? Now, these are ready to go, okay? So this file is ready to go. These ones are ready to go. Now this guy. Okay, same thing. What if you want major sections that I have not included? We size according to the monthly card size. So we grab that guy, come down, line it up with it, pick it up in the corner, and bring it up to size. I'm happy with that. We've got, so that's where these little ones come in really handy, and I've got them there for your visibility to make it easier for you to understand what's going on. Okay, so here we are again. So we're back to where we wanted to be in the first place, and I left these blanks. So if you had other major sections that you wanted, maybe you own a business. So, or maybe you have your business name on there. Okay. However you want to do that. Okay. I am going to again change that to brown, and I am going to switch it to a print then cut look because that's a much down one. Stop. Okay. Okay. I've got them all on. I am going to click and drag over all of them. I'm going to right click and I'm going to select flatten. You must do that, otherwise you wreck it. You will wreck your print and cut, and where it's going to wreck it is when you're doing the final cut, and it's very disappointing, especially if you've laminated it and then you've gone and it's messed up the cut, because that means you're scrapping the laminate, the paper, everything, and starting again. So just make sure that when you're personalizing, after you have added pictures, anything, you click over everything that's on there and you make sure it's flattened. Okay, if you get where you need to make any choices that you need to change, unflatten it, make your changes, and then flatten it again. Now, if you want to import pictures to put on here, maybe you want to put your business logo on here, maybe you want that kind of thing. The procedure is going to be very similar. We need to go to upload. You got to choose the pictures that you want. Okay, so I'm going to upload a picture, upload, and I'm going to drag and drop. Okay, I'm going to continue. All right, I need to work with this in Design Space. I didn't do any cropping or anything prior to that. So this will be for print then cut, so I will put it in as a flat graphic. Okay, I'm just gonna put in here pick one. There we go. Why not? I don't think I have anything in there, so I'm not gonna worry about doing a special save on this. It's kind of more for the purposes of this video. All right, okay, so again, what you're going to do is I would duplicate the picture to get each child out in this place. You can choose nicer photos. I'm just doing this as a way of showing you how to get it in and how to work with it. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate it once, and I'll just pull the size down and move it to the side. I am going to grab a shapes over here, And for the purpose here, I'm going to go with ovals, okay? That's my choice. You can choose the shape that you want to use. I got it at 90 degrees. I'm going to go over here, and I'm just going to enlarge that a bit to catch her. All right. And I'm going to, now this might be a problem here that I got this guy in the way. I'm just going to move that out of the way so it's not interfering. Okay, you're going to click and drag over both, and you're going to slice, and you're going to delete that, and you're going to take her out, and then I guess I could still use it for one more. I could grab this one over here, same thing, rotate it. Okay, over top of him, might get a little bit bigger that I can. Okay, make sure that's out of the way. Left click and drag over both images, slice, get rid of that, delete that, pull him off. Okay, so now I can size him up or down according to the, all right, to size him on the card accordingly, with you, whether you want him on the left or the right, however you choose to do that. And here, same thing, I'm going to have to size it down, and we go like that. And I would continue the same process. See, these guys, I'm going to probably, now, if you want more professional than this, obviously you're going to work with your photo. If you want it black and white, if you want things like that, you're going to work with the photo before you upload it into Design Space. Because, so if you wanted a black and white image, if you wanted things like that, you're going to do that work before you actually bring it in. So now that I've got this, I'm going to grab them all over the top of it, and I'm going to flatten again. So now, so that's how you personalize. If you, with pictures, okay, if you want any additional texting that you want in here, if you want her birth date in here, you want their birthdays, you want some other kind of information that would be pertinent, that you feel that you want, you would add that texting, anything you want, you add now. Once it's all on, everything gets flattened, and then you proceed again with your print and cut. Okay. I think that's about it for this section. We can go back to the actual making process now. Okay. At this point, we are ready to go ahead and proceed with the print and cut. Okay. So we will do this. Make. Okay. I am personally printing on about, I think it's a 32-pound paper cardstock. If you've got a laminator, now would be the time to turn your laminator on. If it's a heater, and you're going to need a few minutes to heat it up. Let me see. I'm going to send it to the printer. Blah, 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 blah. We're next. Epson. Good. And I do highly recommend that you laminate all your index cards. I've chosen to laminate my series cards as well. It's up to you, but definitely any of your indexing cards, I would highly recommend that you laminate them. I also wanted to show you the process of laminating them a bit. So, of course, I've got my laminating machine over on the other side, but this is my folder. Okay, I'm just going to reach and get my printout. Okay, for individual sections, I have printed. I have not proceeded to do this cut yet, so this is what you're going to stop in between each one. I'm going to slip that into there, if you can see what I'm doing. I might give you a little bit more light. Can I reach in here? We do have more light. There we go. Okay. All right. So that's pretty good. I'm going to lay it in the folder, and I'm going to take it to the laminator. I do plan on coming out with more series cards. I think the next section that I'm going to be working on is prayer. That was one. And I also want to be able to do series that kind of include quotes about prayer and whatnot. So scriptures and quotes, whatnot. Things that just kind of really help you engage with the Lord in your personal prayer and devotional times. Another series that I want to come out with is the importance of relationship. And that rather than focusing on all the do's of Christianity that can kind of get in and take over, this is more of a focus on just being with Christ. A lot of us have really missed that acceptance part, that you're not accepted by Christ by what you do, but that you are accepted because of who you are in Christ and what He has done for you. And so that's going to be another series that I'm going to be working on. Okay, here I just wanted to show you the indicator marks are at the top right of the cutting mat, and I don't line the laminator corner, but I line up the paper corner with the top corner and down the side. And now this one is ready to go. So on my screen, I am going to click done, and we're ready to proceed with this cut. So I'm going to take it over, and I'm new to all of this video stuff. I came into this because I've had people from my Etsy shop they're basically reaching out to me and asking to show how this is done or how they would do it. And so that's why I have done this video. So I hope that it has been a help to you, and that this is very doable. It's quite easy once you got the hang of it, and it's so much easier than trying to hand cut all these cards out. And I love the fact that you can personalize them. I love that you can laminate them. It's wonderful. So another things that I'll be listing in my Etsy shop soon is, okay, here, let's go back to here. I started talking in the video about how I have these little decorative add-ons. So now, like, this could be used like a paper clip in a book or whatever, but basically they're magnetic. I put the magnets here. I've actually got Cricut to do the print and cut. I did the print. I laminated them.
so that they're strong. I embellished a little bit with the, you can see the little rhinestone on that one. And then I attached the magnets in the back, and these are those just really thin, what is it, neodymium, whatever type magnets. I just get them off of Amazon, and basically I use them. You can use them as little indicators of where you are in your Rolodex, or you can just simply decorate with them. They can also be in your books, in your journals, wherever you want to use them. Okay, I'm just grabbing the next sheet off of the Cricut. It's done. I'm bringing it over with the Rolodex to the side. Okay, and we'll peel this off. I would not normally try to grab the paper and start pulling this way because it actually warps and bends the paper. So the correct way would be to let go here and just start pulling back. And these have got a really good grip because I lengthen the life of my mats by putting a temporary kind of like an adhesive sticky on there. So it's really sticky right now because I just did it a couple days ago, so it's right up there. But I will use these guys until they're like literally falling apart. So because everything costs money, right? So I can show you what that adhesive is, but it is Krylon Easy Tack repositionable adhesive. And so this is what I use. So I just put a light coating of it onto my cutting mat, and if you had any drips or anything, you just kind of wipe those off quickly with like a paper towel or something, and give it, you know, like several minutes or whatever to you probably 15 minutes to a half hour to really dry before you start using that, before you start using the mat. And so I will use this to re-sticky my mats. So just, it's up to you. Just things that I throw out here. Okay, so I talked about how you could have personalized cards, and I've been wanting to do this for a while, because for my children and grandchildren and whatnot. And so basically what you're going to do, September, okay, Jackson, okay, Kyla. So under well, like just however you want to situate it, now it allows you to put in individual name cards for each one. So, and then again, you take those cards, these blanks that come with your Rolodex, okay, and you got the things that you're praying for each child. Why is this not coming out? Or is it just, it is just one. Okay. All right. So now I can add those personal prayer requests or things that I'm praying for each child. There we go. Okay. All right. There's more of these magnets. Here's the raspberry. So, and it's both sides. Oops. There we go. And I will be listing the whole set of them. Let me see. There's the butterfly. What else have we got going here? Got the coffee cup. Leaves. I could talk to you guys all day long. Anyways, and then let me see. Andrew. Okay. So it's going to go there. Okay. Okay. So yes, that allows you, for every individual in your family that you're praying for, relatives, whatever, you can load this up. Okay. All right. I think that was the last one we just did. We did. It's all done. Just a minute here. Nope. Wait a second. I have one more to do, but you know what's going on. I'm going to leave the video at that. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. And come back for more videos. I'll be doing more stuff. I've always got something on the go that I'm working with. I do have an abiding love series that I'm working on right now, and it's gonna have a paper set. I set it like a paper pack. I got different things going on, so if you can look here, these are going to be some of the papers that are going to be coming with it. Here's another one. This abiding one is really focusing in on like just that close relationship that that each of us needs to like have it's in our life with the Lord, and that it's vital. Okay, and so I've been working on. I included some more pattern papers. I wanted some, there's stuff coming, is what I'm trying to tell you. I was working on yesterday on some clip art for this pack. What was I gonna say? So there's more papers than that too. The other thing I was doing with the pack was I was actually trying to establish some travelers notebooks that we could make, and I would do a video to show you how to make them. Let me see. Oh, this was another one that I laminated. Why? Because I've actually attached it to that craft foam. Okay, and that's what I've done with this one here as well. And because what I do from there is then I make them into travelers notebook covers, such as this one right here. So okay, there's more papers here from the Abiding Love here, stuff that I've been working on. Like I said, I have been at work. I'm coming up with another series. I'll show you when I'll obviously be releasing it when it's ready, basically. But what this allows you to do is to gift notebooks for yourself, and to create them for yourself, and to create them for friends that friends, family, that kind of thing. And they're beautiful gifts. And so what they are is this is one of the Abiding Love papers here, and then you open it up, and I haven't got all the inserts and stuff done, but I got one done with the journals, and I've done up journal pages for them for the Abiding Love series already. Okay, and so it basically you can see it's going to have some decorative pages, going to have a lot of blank stuff, because it's intended for you to journal and to whatever you want to do in there. And I'll have videos that kind of get into the ideas of how you're using these things. I'll also do videos on the construction of them. Okay, so this is kind of prototype thing, so this doesn't look proper. It's just the white foam. I haven't got anything attached to it, but it's prototype and it's in process. So that's how that works. And then what I'll also get into, I told you about clip art. Now this is not the Abiding series. This is actually from my Summer Days series, but here you can see I have actually created stickers with the clip art packs, and then these become applied in your journals, in your calendars, wherever you want to use them. And I always include word art and borders and such things like that. So, but anyways, I'll be doing up a series for that. Plus the Summer Days series is all done, so I do have to start a video series using the Summer Days stuff. Okay, anyways, I will let you go, and we will see you soon. Bye bye for now.